News now. I'm Cyria Sandlin. Thank you for joining us. We're going to start right now with some breaking news out of Jacksonville, Florida this morning. Several people were taken to the hospital overnight in what police are calling a drive-by shooting. We do have some pictures from the scene. Police say one person has died, 5 more are hurt. A Chevy Tahoe dropped off all 6 shooting victims at the hospital around 2 a.m. Reporters with our sister station in Jacksonville shared these pictures of the SUV with bullet holes inside. There is no suspect information at this time, but of course, we'll keep an eye on this one and keep you updated. Let's check in right now with Cutter Martin for our local weather forecast.
Yeah, good morning, Cyria. Outside, it is cold, but clearer than it has been. We're looking kind of south and eastward from the WTOC at Chatham Parkway, Franklin Chevrolet Skycam. That's I-16, eastern horizon. We have some high clouds, but already more sunshine than what we saw yesterday, and we are down to 37. It's chilly. Not much of a wind chill, though, because the breeze is very light this morning. So we have some high clouds, we have cold temperatures, and a light breeze. So it's a very typical, maybe slightly cooler than it should be, sort of January morning out there. Frost is going to be a thing, especially from downtown and 95 corridor points to the west. Nearly every inland location is at least capable of seeing some of that patchy frost this morning, the kind that you can defrost or scrape off in probably less than 2 minutes. But just a heads up for you out the door, that frost probably on the grass, the roofs, and your windshields through about 9:15, and then very quickly melting as temperatures respond to the sunshine today. We're in the mid-50s by noon, lower 60s, and some upper 50s this afternoon for high temperatures. We don't sit there long. Warmest 1:30 to 3, back in the lower 50s by 6 dinner time, and mid-40s by the time you wrap up any evening plans there today. Tomorrow we begin the day with mid to upper 30s, mid-60s Thursday afternoon, pushing 70 with maybe a slight sprinkle chance on your Friday. I had bigger weather changes coming this weekend. First rain, then cold. I'll have all the details coming up on the Weather Now, a digital weather forecast at around 11. Andrew.
The Jim Casino traffic tracker just off of Henry Street, just south of downtown, and heading back toward us here on Chatham Parkway, looking like smooth sailing through Savannah here this morning. I wanted to give you some updates on what we've been following this morning here. This accident actually cleared, but you can see the traffic back behind this accident that was on the Truman northbound just before the exit before Victory. So that's one thing that we're following. Also looking at traffic backed up 16, especially on just to the west of 95 if you're on 16. Not a reported accident there, but it is taking a little bit longer than normal. Giving you a broad view. Here's that accident on the Truman that's cleared up now. But notice here on 516, really not too backed up. 1780 all looking okay here this morning. Of course, it's not completely clear and free of traffic, but 280 to 95, that's been a little bit congested here this morning. 19 minutes is what it will take you if you left right now. That's up from about 17 at last check just a few minutes ago. You can get updates throughout the morning on Twitter. Just search traffic at WTOC.
Well, the Effingham County Sheriff's Office tells us they will release more information this morning on a video that is going viral on Facebook. You've probably seen this. This was taken yesterday evening at a school bus stop in Rincon. There's a heavy police presence there, and deputies say no one was shot during the incident, but few other details have been released. Again, we are expecting more from the Sheriff's Office later this morning. Well, moving now to Beaufort County, school leaders are asking for some help with the case of Hilton Head Island High School principal. Now, Amanda Onan is on leave after a former deputy admitted to having an affair with her while on the job and inside of the school. But Onan has a lot of support in the community, including at a school board meeting last night. Parents packed into the room and defended her, but the board still voted unanimously to add outside counsel to their review. The state investigation will decide if her certification to teach in South Carolina is withdrawn or suspended. Well, the U.S. Coast Guard missed a paycheck yesterday because of the gridlock in Washington. Some locals now stepping in to help. The Coast Guard Auxiliary collected gift cards and money to send to Guard members and their families to tide them over until the shutdown ends. While some big companies are allowing federal workers to pay their bills later, this group wants to cover the everyday basics like gas, groceries, and rent.
I don't know about you, but I know when I was younger and just working, I miss a paycheck. That hurts. You get married, have a family, have a house, all of a sudden you miss a paycheck, and it's pretty bad.
Well, if you would like to donate, here is a list of the items they're accepting. Gas, grocery, and restaurant gift cards. Checks must be made out to the Air Station Morale Fund. This is also the address to mail or drop off donations. This is all on wtoc.com. Well, parades, festivals, the marathons, 5Ks, and more. We are all used to all of the events happening in downtown Savannah, especially the big ones. But many of these special events are causing hiccups for the people who call downtown home. With more people having interest in the area and throwing those big events, the Downtown Neighborhood Association's president says it has caused some tension among the different parties. The city of Savannah is now considering a special events ordinance, and they want your feedback. Here's what President Melinda Allen had to say of the Downtown Neighborhood Association.
Which helps alleviate some of those quality of life issues for residents, but then hopefully will also make things more clear and directions easier to follow for those that are hosting the events.
Tonight, city representatives will meet with the community to discuss the proposal and get input from you. That meeting starts at 6 p.m. inside the ballroom of the Savannah Civic Center, so you're invited to attend and give your feedback. Well, this weekend, communities from all over our area will be celebrating the life and accomplishments of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This Saturday, the Savannah Trade and Convention Center will be filled with hundreds of people for the annual Unity Brunch. That brunch starts at 10 a.m. and will have talks hosted by experts in African American studies. Richmond Hill will also be holding its first ever parade to honor Dr. King. Georgia State Rep Carl Gilliard will be the Grand Marshal and give a keynote speech on Saturday. The parade starts at 10 a.m. That is at J.F. Gregory Park in Richmond Hill. And in South Carolina, Ridgeland will be holding its own parade in Turpin Park, also at 10 a.m. There will be a fish fry before the parade, so try and get there early. And of course, WTOC will be showing the Savannah Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade. That starts 10 a.m. Monday. Our own Don Baker will be hosting the big event along with Larry McDuffie. So a lot going on over these next few days. We have a special section of our website to honor Dr. King and all of the events coming in the next few days. Don't forget, we'll be back in a couple of hours with another update. Join us at 10 a.m.